Good morning. Thank you for joining us for our morning motivation presented by the FBC Ministerial staff.
Good morning, Fairfield family and friends. Today I would like to share with you a scripture coming from Psalms 106:15. It's a very powerful Psalms scripture. And I believe it's a scripture not too many of us are familiar with or have not really did a lot of research on. But I heard it the other day in a message from the late Dr. Billy Graham. And when I heard it, it drew me to the word to do some studying on it. So I would just like to share with you a little bit of what God has shown me concerning that scripture. The scripture is coming out of Psalms 106:15, and it reads, "And he gave them their request, but sent leanness into their soul." This particular psalm is referring to the children, the history concerning the children of Israel. After God delivered them from the land of Egypt and fed them, taking care of them in the wilderness by feeding them manna and giving them quail and giving them water from the rocks. And of course we know and read about the miracle of delivering them from the Egyptian army by drowning them in the Red Sea, allowing the children of Israel to walk across the Red Sea on dry ground, but the Egyptian army was drowned. So God performed many miracles for them to see. And then on top of that, like I said, he provided everything they need, everything they requested. God provided. And if we think about it, that's us. There has been many prayers prayed that God has answered favorably. There are things that we have asked for and God provided. Just like the children of Israel, we forgot. We forget the great and wonderful and marvelous things that God has done. We don't intentionally forget, but we get so absorbed in the blessing, we sometimes may forget the blesser. So God said in this Psalms, it said, God gave them everything they requested, but he sent leanness in their soul. And that's what struck me with this scripture. Leanness in their soul means a spiritual dullness. Though they were happy with the physical satisfaction, the soul was not at peace. There's a scripture that says, "What profit a man to gain the world, yet lose his soul?" That's what I want to encourage us with today. While we're praying and asking God to satisfy our physical need, and he will, because he said, "I will supply everything you need according to my riches in glory." Let us not forget to ask him to keep our soul at rest, at peace with him. Let us not forget God. While we receive the things, the wonderful things from God, let us not forget God himself. Because heaven and earth is going to pass away, but his word will remain forever. So let us keep God, his word, close to heart. Then our soul will be at rest. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you for joining us for another moment of inspiration. It is our prayer that you have been motivated, encouraged, and inspired by today's word.